They didn't inherit empires. They didn't get lucky overnight. The world's top investors built their fortunes through calculated decisions, relentless patience, and an almost obsessive understanding of the markets. If you've ever wondered how people like Warren Buffett, Ray Dalio, and Cathie Wood became legends in investing, the answers are surprisingly practical. These aren't secrets locked behind expensive courses or insider networks. They're lessons anyone can learn. The key lies in thinking differently, staying disciplined, and understanding risk like a mathematician studying probabilities. Today, we're diving deep into how the masters built their empires and how you can apply their strategies in your own journey toward financial freedom. Imagine sitting at a table with Warren Buffett, listening to him explain why he buys companies for their long-term potential, not for short-term stock swings. Buffett's genius lies not in chasing trends but in identifying value where others overlook it. He spends hours reading annual reports, studying balance sheets, and evaluating management teams. Patience is his superpower. For Buffett, investing is less about timing the market and more about time in the market. By focusing on quality businesses with strong fundamentals, he compounds wealth year after year, quietly outpacing those who chase the latest hype. This approach teaches a critical lesson: don't be distracted by noise. True growth comes from careful selection, patience, and trusting your analysis, even when the crowd is panicking. Ray Dalio took a different path, but the principles of discipline and deep understanding are strikingly similar. Dalio, founder of Bridgewater Associates, built his empire on a system called radical transparency and a principle-driven approach to investing. Every decision is backed by research, stress-tested against possible outcomes, and analyzed for risk-adjusted returns. He famously treats the market like a machine, studying how economies cycle through booms and busts, predicting patterns with almost surgical precision. For Dalio, diversification isn't just a strategy, it's a necessity. His all-weather portfolio is designed to thrive in any economic condition, from growth periods to recessions. The takeaway here is simple: understanding the forces behind market behavior and building systems around them creates resilience. Investing isn't luck, it's applied knowledge under uncertainty. Then there's Cathie Wood, who brought a new style of investing into the limelight: disruptive innovation. Wood's approach is riskier on paper, but it's grounded in deep research and conviction. She identifies trends that could reshape industries, like artificial intelligence, genomic research, and electric vehicles, and positions her portfolio to ride the wave of future growth. Unlike Buffett or Dalio, Wood embraces change, understanding that enormous opportunity often hides in what others consider too risky. Her success highlights a crucial lesson: innovation drives enormous returns, but only for those who do their homework. By understanding technology, studying adoption curves, and committing to long-term trends, investors can capture wealth where the conventional market hasn't yet noticed. But building an empire isn't only about picking stocks or identifying trends. Top investors master the psychology of money. They know fear and greed are the greatest enemies of wealth. Buffett famously says, "Be fearful when others are greedy, and greedy when others are fearful." Dalio emphasizes understanding one's own biases and emotions to make rational decisions. The market is a mirror of human behavior, and those who can detach from panic or hype gain an enormous edge. Controlling emotions allows investors to spot opportunity, avoid mistakes, and hold strong positions when the world doubts them. This lesson transcends investing. It's about cultivating discipline, patience, and a mindset that views setbacks as learning opportunities rather than disasters. Timing, surprisingly, matters less than consistency. Warren Buffett didn't become the Oracle of Omaha by making perfect predictions. He became wealthy by consistently applying his principles over decades. Similarly, Ray Dalio's success isn't about catching every market shift, it's about applying his models continuously and learning from outcomes. For investors, this teaches a crucial truth: small, consistent gains compound into extraordinary wealth over time. The power of compounding isn't just about interest, it's about disciplined decision-making repeated faithfully, year after year. Forget the flashy headlines or the overnight millionaires. Real empires are built quietly, patiently, and persistently, under the radar of the impatient masses. Networking and mentorship also play a surprisingly large role. Warren Buffett didn't operate in isolation, he surrounded himself with brilliant minds like Charlie Munger, whose insights shaped Berkshire Hathaway's strategy. Ray Dalio frequently discusses how collaboration and open debate within Bridgewater gave the company an analytical edge. Mentorship, honest feedback, and the ability to challenge your own ideas prevent blind spots and strengthen strategies. The lesson here is universal: no empire is truly built alone. Surround yourself with smart, ethical, and disciplined people, and your growth accelerates. Knowledge compounds the same way money does, and having the right network multiplies your edge in ways money alone cannot. Another recurring theme among the pros is their tolerance for calculated risk. They don't gamble, they calculate. Buffett avoids complex derivatives and bets on what he can understand. Dalio designs portfolios to survive economic storms. Wood invests in emerging sectors but ensures her bets are backed by research and probability assessments. Understanding risk is more than numbers, it's knowing when to act, when to wait, and when to walk away. Many amateur investors confuse luck with strategy, chasing hype without analyzing the downside. Empire-building investors are patient hunters. They wait for the right moment, take the right position, and understand that the best risk is one they fully comprehend. The ability to balance risk and reward is the backbone of their success. Diversification and focus might seem contradictory, but the best investors balance both perfectly. Dalio diversifies across asset classes and industries to protect wealth in unpredictable markets. Buffett focuses on a few high-quality investments where he has an informational edge. The lesson: diversify to survive, focus to thrive. Top investors know which risks are worth concentrating on, and which risks demand broad protection. For you, this translates into managing your portfolio intelligently. Don't put all your eggs in a single basket, but don't scatter your energy so thin that you can't make informed decisions. Strategic focus and careful spread of risk are twin engines of long-term wealth creation. Innovation in thought, processes, and technology is another trait shared by investing titans. Cathie Wood leveraged advanced data analytics to spot trends before traditional analysts could. Ray Dalio applies rigorous modeling to predict economic cycles. Warren Buffett evolved his strategies over decades while holding on to timeless principles. This willingness to adapt, experiment, and embrace new information sets empire builders apart from the average investor stuck in outdated habits. In a rapidly changing financial landscape, rigidity is the enemy of growth. The lesson here is clear: continual learning and adaptation are non-negotiable. Your strategy must evolve alongside markets, technologies, and global economic trends, or risk stagnation. Perhaps the most overlooked lesson is patience in adversity. Every top investor has faced massive losses, market crashes, and decisions that looked foolish at the time. What separates the masters is not the absence of mistakes, it's their response. Buffett bought during crises, Dalio studied downturns to refine his models, and Wood stayed committed to long-term trends despite short-term volatility. Resilience, not perfection, builds empires. For any aspiring investor, the takeaway is this: setbacks are inevitable, but giving up or panicking guarantees failure. Persistence, careful reflection, and disciplined action in the face of adversity define true wealth-building mastery. Lastly, the world's top investors share a vision that goes beyond money. They seek influence, innovation, and impact alongside profit. Buffett invests in companies that build real value. Dalio studies global economies to predict shifts that affect millions. Wood backs technologies that could redefine humanity's future. Building an empire isn't just about financial gain. It's about leaving a mark on the world. The lesson for viewers is powerful: align your investments with purpose. When money serves a larger goal, it fuels motivation, creativity, and resilience, turning ordinary portfolios into legacies. So, whether you're a beginner trying to buy your first stock or a seasoned investor looking to refine your strategy, the blueprint from these masters is clear. Understand the business, control your emotions, diversify intelligently, embrace innovation, calculate risk, stay patient, and always learn. Success doesn't come from shortcuts, it comes from disciplined action, relentless curiosity, and the courage to stick to your principles. These lessons aren't just for billionaires. They're for anyone willing to think strategically, act with patience, and build an empire one informed decision at a time. If you take even a few of these lessons seriously, you'll find yourself thinking differently about money, risk, and opportunity. The path of the pros isn't glamorous, it's steady, disciplined, and relentlessly focused. But it's also the most reliable road to wealth. Now it's your turn to study, practice, and apply. Watch your financial decisions compound into real, lasting results. Remember, empires aren't built overnight, they're built one smart choice at a time.